So you probably feel blindsided by your wife asking you for a divorce. You're either in the talks of divorce, right in the middle of the divorce process, or post divorce, and you are asking yourself, what the fuck happened? WTH. Well, in this video, we're going to discuss how it is you got there and how it is that you've been lying to yourself for years. And this didn't blindside you, it's just that you didn't want to see it. I know because I've been there. So, most guys, when their wife asks for a separation, asks for space, asks for a divorce, starts talking about divorce, saying, I'm going to move to my mom's house or I need you to move out. The first thing they think about is, why is she hurting me? Why is she trying to hurt me? And this is for guys who were once in love or really thought they had found their soulmate, have children with this woman, and I have a family. This is true for these type of guys, right? Like if you if you met your wife and it's only been like 2 months and then she asks for space, or this is not for you. It's for guys who have a family, who at one point thought this was their soulmate, and now you find yourself in a situation where you're like, where does this come from? And the first thing that guys think about is, she's probably in menopause, premenopause. There's something wrong with her. Maybe some sort of childhood wound that she's carrying. They'll make whatever excuse, or maybe it's because she wants to go out with her single girlfriends, which could be true, or maybe it's because there's someone else, which could also be true. All these things could be true. But what you're missing to see is that a woman slowly starts falling out of love with a man, little by little. Every time you don't show up, every time you say you're going to do something, you don't do it. Every time you allow your emotions to get the best of you, whether it is fight or flight, whether it is you blow up or you just shut down. These are all examples of you not leading as a man. And what a lot of men do, and I know I did this myself, they perform. They say, well, I'm providing. I'm providing for my family. Like, what is she going to be upset about? I am, I do the dishes, I walk the dogs, I take the kids to soccer practice. Like, I check all these boxes. So, like, why is it that she wants space? Like, there's got to be something wrong with her. And there are some instances, but very few instances, where there could definitely be something wrong with her. But when a woman loves a man, she'll do anything to be with him. But by this point, the woman has started to emotionally detach herself from the relationship. And you have just continued to perform. You've continued to do what you thought society was asking for you to perform. Or maybe you were just like, happy wife, happy life, and I'll let you do anything you want, baby. Just, promise to be intimate with me in the weekends, or whatever the case may be. But these are all examples of you lying to yourself. That's right. You've been lying to yourself this whole time. You've been betraying yourself this whole time. You have not sat with truth. I know it sucks to hear it. You're probably thinking, this guy has no idea what he's talking about. My situation's different. My wife is different. She went through sexual trauma when she was younger. She, her dad was never there, whatever. And these things can be true. But the fundamental core issue is that you as a man, you stopped leading her and you stopped leading your family. Yes, it hurts. It sucks. I know. Sit with that. Don't run away from it. Because the more you run away from it, the more you're not wanting to face the truth. Yes, the truth is you. You are the truth. You got yourself here. And you got yourself here could be, I should have left this woman a long time ago. You got yourself here could be, I should have never married her. You got yourself into this situation. So it's very easy for you to blame someone else, to say they're the one at fault. They're the one leaving me. They're the ones who are going to take your 401k. But it's hard to sit with the reality of the fact that you got yourself to this point. So if you want to get yourself out of here, you have to start leading once and for all. You need to start leading as a man. And it's from this place that you can start dominating your life, whether it is to win her back or whether it is to move on forward with a divorce. But the first thing you need to do is be really, 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 really honest with yourself. And you know what? Chances are you're probably not even able to be honest with yourself. You probably don't even have the tools to see where it is that you've dropped the ball. Outside of like some sort of Instagram reel you've seen here or there that says, be more present, buy her flowers. text her back in 2 minutes, whatever the case may be. But brother, stop lying to yourself, man. You've been lying to yourself for years. You've been telling yourself you've been happy in a marriage where you know you haven't been happy. And it's not because of her, it's because of you, because you haven't been leading, because you haven't been true to yourself. How come you didn't bail 5 years ago? You didn't have the balls to. That's the truth. You didn't have the balls to be true with yourself. You didn't have the balls to sit with the discomfort, to sit with the pain and say, what is going on here? Something's not adding up. But since we all like to avoid, we all don't like to sit with the pain, then God comes knocking. Brother, it's time for you to wake up, because the life you're living, it's not going to get you to where you need to go. It's not going to get you to where you need to go because you haven't been sitting in truth. You've been lying to yourself this whole time. And that's what got you here. So the first thing you need to do is stop being a victim. Stop blaming her, because by this point she has already emotionally checked out, because she has grieved the marriage, the relationship, in the relationship. Guys grieve it outside of the relationship once they get hit with the divorce papers, once they get hit with the separation. By the time she's there, she's emotionally gone. And by the time she's having an affair, it's because she's been emotionally gone for a very long time, because she's also been lying to herself. She's also been saying, yeah, I'm happy, we take the pictures for Christmas with the PJs, but my man's not feeling me. So sit with that. Sit with that. It sucks. It's uncomfortable. And this might be the first time you are listening to this, and maybe you want to turn off the video and not watch it anymore because you think I'm such a, whatever, a schmuck or whatever the case may be. It's a dumbass. But that is the only way that you're really going to get out of the pit of divorce. When you sit with yourself, when you sit with the truth, when you say, where have I been lying? Where have I not been telling the truth? Where have I not been truly showing up? But I'm not saying showing up just providing and being with the kids, like showing up emotionally with her, with your children, being present, being there, not thinking about work, loving, hugging your wife, hugging your children, being affectionate, being a husband, staying calm when she has an emotional storm, seeing past her emotional swings. These are all things that make you a husband. A husband doesn't make, you're not a husband just because you have some sort of wedding ring and because you're married to someone and you pay the mortgage. That doesn't make you a husband. A husband makes you when you truly, truly show up. Now, I like to say there's a difference between a husband and a partner. A partner is the person who's like, yeah, we're cohabitating, you're doing the dishes, you're cleaning the house, he's fixing the garage, XYZ. That's a partnership. But a husband is being emotionally present. But you can't be emotionally present if you're not emotionally present with yourself. And most guys aren't, because we're mostly in survival mode. But if you're watching this video, chances are she's hit you, threatened divorce, talked about divorce, or in the middle of the divorce process, and or maybe even post-divorce, and you're trying to figure out what the fuck just happened to my life. Well, what happened is that you've been lying to yourself. And the quicker you can sit with that truth, the quicker you can untangle what truly went wrong, how disconnected you were from yourself, how you weren't showing up emotionally, the quicker you're going to get out of this pit, and the faster you're going to move forward with your life, whether it is to reconcile with her or whether it is to move on into a dominant life. Either way, you want to live a dominant life. You don't want to live a half-assed life where you're just going through the motions and checking off the boxes. Life's not meant to check off boxes. Life is meant to be lived. And I know this because for the first 40 years of my life, I was not living. I was checking off boxes because I thought that that's what I was supposed to do that. That's what society teaches you. So I see divorce personally as God's wake-up call. This is God knocking on your door saying, whatever you're doing, you haven't been showing up correctly, and it's time for you to wake the fuck up. Because I've been telling you over and over again throughout the years, hey, wake up, hey, wake up, hey, you got to do something different. And you've been avoiding, you've been putting your head in the sand, saying, no, I'm fine, no, we're happy, we went on vacation, it's all good, look at all the pictures on Instagram. But where truly were you? Where were you? You've been hiding. You haven't been. You have not wanted to look at yourself in the mirror. And this is the opportunity. It's a painful opportunity that God is putting in front of you to say, where have I dropped the ball? Because ultimately, this process is not about your wife or your ex-wife or your children. It's about you. Because the more truthful you are, the more coherent you are with yourself, the better husband you can be and the better parent you can be to your kids. So it falls on you. Again, you might not want to hear this. You might think I'm crazy. And you might want to go down all these rabbit holes. And I know, bro, because I was there. That was me. You might want to go anxious avoidant, trauma, inner wound, childhood, mother, father, I don't make enough money, whatever. And I'm not saying those things are true, but they're slightly true. But what is true is you. And this is all about you. Because you haven't been leading as a man. That's right. And I can say it because I was there. And I went through the pain of divorce. And I'm glad now, even though as painful as it was, I'm glad that I had to go through it so that I can wake the fuck up. Because I was asleep and I did not want to see reality. Listen to me. I did not want to see reality. I was hiding. Hiding. Stop hiding. Step up. Become the man God's calling you to become. If you're watching this, it's for a reason. That's why I created the community Divorce to Dominance to help men like yourself and like myself get past the pain of divorce, restore their power, and reclaim their identity, whether it is to reconcile or to move forward. So if you're interested in working with me, click the link in the description below. Let's get on a call, and let's get you to finally start telling the truth, and let's get you to finally start living a dominant lifestyle with your wife and your family or moving on. All right, brother, thanks for watching this. God bless you. And remember who you are.